So what's up? This is gonna be the first episode, first little mini episode of what I'm gonna put on YouTube. What it takes to be a comedian if you're trying to really be a comedian. Because a lot of people think like they look at it from the point of view, from the audience point of view, like you just get up there and tell jokes, but it's a lot more to it than just telling jokes. Whenever I say I've been doing stand up, or somebody found out I've been doing stand up, first thing they want to do is say, "Oh, yeah, I could do that. I wanted to do that." And yeah, that's fine because there's a lot of people that wanted to do it. It's a lot of people that still want to do it. And if you want to do it for fun or just for a few times, you want to get on the stage and see how I feel because you got something to get off your chest, or you just want to see if it can work, that's fine. You could do that. But in the same sense, you motherfuckers that's running around here at the job, making jokes because you think you funny at the job, or you funny in the holding tank. Um, because you cap on motherfuckers in the street. You've been capping on motherfuckers for 20 years and you funny as hell. Yeah, that's fine. But that ain't telling jokes. Just so you know, let's get that straight. That's not telling jokes. That's not being a comedian, nor is that or will it ever be a comedian. So if that's what you call, or that's what you think being a comedian is, I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm just going to cut you off. You dead wrong, because that's not what being a comedian is. If you're going to get on stage and waste the audience time, waste your time, and waste stage time that somebody else who want to be a comedian really could be using, stay your ass at home. Because we don't need no motherfucker getting up on stage with nothing to say, no material or no nothing, that they ain't even prepared. Just getting up on stage and looking on the audience and capping them motherfuckers. That's totally not what being a comedian is. We out here, we working hard, we studying our craft, we learning our craft, we trying to improve it. We trying to improve ourselves. We networking with people. For anybody that's really trying to be a comedian, they really out here. They doing those types of things. If you're not doing those types of things, you're not really trying to be a comedian. If you ain't showing up at open mics, um, if you're not showing up at open mics, if you're not working on your craft, writing, just doing whatever you can to do to be better at it. Like an athlete don't just show up on the field. Ain't nobody that motherfucking good where you can just show up at a game and just play. Like, that's not how it works. So if that's where you at in the game, or that's where you're gonna be at, we don't need you. Don't come up to me with that bullshit. I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot goes into trying to be a comedian. Um, Travel alone. You're going to spend a lot of your own money, even if it ain't nothing but gas. You're going to spend a lot of your own money just trying to make it to shows. Um, like some of you motherfuckers can't even make it out the Mason. So as far as trying to go somewhere else, like just to Indiana, to Louisville, Lexington, shit like that. Like, this shit costs. Like, and then a lot of people think like you just gonna jump up and you gonna just jump on stage and you just gonna get paid. That if that's what you think too, stay your ass at home, because it don't work like that. Like, you gotta have patience. You gotta be prepared. You gotta be persistent. I mean, it's a lot of shit that goes into doing this shit. It ain't just jumping up on stage and saying funny shit. That's like the least of it. Um, like I say, then you got people doing shows. We work every day. So in saying that, like, that's where the being prepared come from. We work every day, so when we get off, we may have a show that night, and some of us, we got other things that we got to do other than the show. You got to come home, you might have to cook, you might have to wash a couple of loads of clothes. So it's a lot that goes into it. Like, you can't just. To me, I don't just believe in just showing up. Like, I don't just believe, like, anytime I'm going to be on the show, like, I'm prepared, like, that day, that morning. Like, that's Like I'm trying to have all my shit together, like have all my ducks in a row because I do have other things that I gotta do at home. So, you know, it's a lot that goes into it. Then some of us don't have new cars, so we can't just jump in a motherfucking car and run down to Lexington. So I got a ragged ass car. I do. I mean, the tires, I don't like them. Right now, I'm on my way up north, about 180 miles. So I had to borrow my daughter's car, but I feel like it's cool since I pay for the engine to get put in. So yeah, but that's another story. But like I said, time, travel, money, it's a lot that goes into being a comedian other than just being a comedian. Um, so if that's what you think is just jumping up on stage, um, you probably might not want to do this because it's long and it's tedious. You know, like I said, you know, when you come back from doing a show, then you know you might get home 2, 3 in the morning. You still got to get up and go to work because that's what we do. Because we ain't getting paid just like that just yet. So yeah, like I said, it's a lot to being a comedian. So don't try this at home if you're not prepared. I'm gonna give y'all some insight on this shit, just you know, so you can think about it before you run up to a motherfucker and say, "Hey, I want to do this." You know, if you just want to do it once, that's fine. Get your ass up on stage, tell your jokes, do what you do. It might feel good, you know what I'm saying, every now and then or whatever, but don't think you're gonna pursue this day in and day out if all you got to offer is you just funny. So, and you ain't willing to network with motherfuckers. You ain't, you know, there's a lot of politics into it, like it is with anything else. You know, it's a lot of cliques and shit, and I try to like stay away from that. From that, like I want to be cool with everybody, but I don't really want to like run with no particular group. You know, and it's kind of segregated too. It's kind of segregated, you know. Most of the whites hang with the whites, most of the blacks hang with the blacks. You got a few little sprinkle, you know, motherfuckers that's kind of like they universal, they accepted in our groups. Um, I fuck with everybody, but I don't fuck with everybody. So I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, oh yeah, I see my Christmas tree in the back. Um, just the dining room, we don't use the motherfucker, so I fuck it. I'll leave that month. We take that bitch down one day. We might not even never take it down. I don't give a shit. We got room. We don't eat here anyway. So, enough of that. Like I said, think about it. What it takes to be a comedian. It's a lot. This the first episode. I'm gonna probably do them once a week, just to give y'all an insight on what we do day to day. My name is Marcus. I'm out.